Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Rainy. This, of course, is the Enchanted Planner, and today we're going to sit down and, we're going to put my headset back on my thing so it can charge. We're going to go through and review my February health overview and look at my March. So let's go to my health section. Now, as most of you are aware, the last couple of months have been a complete, crap show, right? So I didn't actually decorate this, and if I'm talking funny, it's because my tongue is sore. I'm filming this on the same day I filmed my dashboard. It's like the day after I was at the dentist, which is like the 1st of March. So that's today. My tongue is still very, very irritated, and I can't get back into the dentist. So we have a problem, but that's all right. We'll work through it. As you can see, I didn't really do much at all with this, but I did, for the most part, track all of my steps. There are days where I know I was over 11,000 steps, but I'd fallen asleep on the couch or laying on the floor, and then by the time I woke up, it was midnight, and then, of course, my watch resets. So we're getting a little bit better at building the habit. In total, according to the math here, I had 350,455 steps, which is the equivalent of like 188.4 kilometers over the month, which I'm pretty freaking proud of myself, I'll tell you that much. So we're going to work, I'm going to leave this in here because I do want to record some things in here, but I didn't even really decorate it or fill it out. But we're going to go over to the one that I have printed out for March, which is right here. Pull that off. And for ease and simplicity, and because I like things to coordinate, and it'll help me use up some of this stuff, I've just literally pulled out these guys. Figure we can incorporate them. I've pulled out the Gold Star quotes again because when I was in it this morning, I remembered they have seasonal stuff in here. So there's a couple of quotes that work for St. Patrick's Day. So we're going to pull that in. And I think that's all I need. I also have my numbers book, but we'll get there. All right, so let's start with the decoration very quickly. What have I got left to work with? Probably not much, eh? I've got some stuff. It's the smaller ones. Okay, well, let's start with those. If they'll come up off of the page. Come to mama. Come on. Let go. Sometimes Cricut cuts really well, and every once in a while we get one that's a little stubborn. But I'm also, like, I have next to nothing for kiss cuts on mine, so I'm not surprised that it gets a bit ornery. Wax paper. Let's get that guy down on there. And we'll grab his friend, who came up brilliantly, I might add. And then there is a larger piece. I cut one off of it, but we're going to make it work anyways. I have this larger piece up here. My stomach just suddenly decided to let me know that I have not eaten lunch yet. It's been a busy day, man. It has been a busy day. So I'm not sure what I want to do here. I think we're going to slip this guy right here. And trim off the tiny bit that's overhanging, which is just white really. And we're going to grab one of these guys, and I think we're going to put one of these down here. I was thinking about pulling out washi, but I couldn't make up my mind on what might work, so I just threw in the towel on that one. And then we have this, and then we can, if I put it up there, let's get the wax paper back for a second here. If I put that up there, covers up a tiny bit of the box, but it's not really a deal breaker. So let's do it. Let's do it. My chair is squeaking like crazy. No idea why. It just goes through phases. I swear, like, things in my life are like hormonal like I am. They decide every once in a while that's it. They're gonna get creaky and weird and, you know, stuff like that. Oh, that will work because that has chopped off ends. This one might work though. So I'm thinking about trying to find something that kind of plunks in right here. Like I could trim off a bit of that, but I don't quite really like the look of that, so we'll put that back there. Because I'm sure something like this would work just as easily. These might be too small. I might grab larger ones. I know I'm just pulling stickers off at random and then throwing them back on, but kind of like that. Sure, why not? Actually, I've decided I don't like that, so pray for me while I try and fight with it to get it back up because I didn't de-stick it. Alright, it chewed up a little bit of the paper, but not bad. Okay, I want something there, but I don't. I have some of these guys. These might work. Yeah, just something to kind of finish this off because it looked a little empty. Okay, we've got a base anyways. So now we need some numbers. So let's go in here. Let's see what I got to work with. Which, you know, I absolutely love these numbers. So there's a 3. There's a 1, 2, 3. I could grab those. All right, so let's grab, oops, let's use my wax paper. We want a 1 and a 2 and a 3. There we go. I wasn't sure that was going to actually come out of the book. Sometimes I gotta put this onto a binder ring. I keep meaning to do it, and then what do? I literally put it back into the box and forget about it until the next time I pull it out, which is problematic, as you can imagine. All right, so let's grab the 1 and stick that right there. Once I finish getting this decorated, I'm going to pause so I can take a picture of it, and then we're going to go through and we're going to do some filling it out. So I figure I'll bring you guys along on the process. I'm not really liking that position. That's a bit better. All right, let's grab the 3. And then sometimes they go down really easy and sometimes not so much. Okay, there's my 1, 2, and 3. Now, decoration wise, there are some other things I kind of want to slip on here. We've got to get some gnomes on after all, like they're super cute. What else have I got to work with? We got gnomes, of course. We have a gnome with a pot of gold. Maybe we'll grab this guy. Because he's cute. Because he's cute! That's a little too big for up there. And it doesn't kind of work there, but I could probably, I think we'll stick him right here. And then I have little gnomes too. And so the same gnome, I have one that's holding the heart that's in the colors of the flag. I think I want to do the guy with the pot of gold. Because that should fit like right there rather nicely. Because they're super cute. And I'd like to get some of these coins in. We also need to get boxes. I totally forgot about that. Actually, maybe what we'll do... Stop, chair, stop. We'll try bringing... Maybe that didn't quite work the way I wanted it to. Can we let go, please? That's a bit better. And then there was a smaller one. I already had it off. There it is. Because the smaller one might actually work on the other side of the page. No, not. It looks a little dwarfy. What about a larger one? Not too worried about covering up the head of the human. Because, yeah, it's okay. She can be headless. We'll have the headless human. All right, let's do that. Because it's more important that I get this, like, workable than, you know, I mean, I know that there's a head underneath there. It's just really liking the fact that it's covered by coins and shamrocks. So let's trim that off, and then we need the crocodile. And then this side, because if I don't do it right away, I will forget about it, as you guys know, and I'll go to put it back on the discs and go, oops, which is humorous every time it happens. All right, where's that Gold Star Quotes book? I'm gonna go to the, yeah, this one. So I want this quote, if I can get it out of here. This book's getting old, and they start to get really funky after a while, the stickers do. All right, so let's figure out where we're gonna put this guy. So very lucky. So very lucky. There's a couple of places I could put this, actually. I'm not sure which I want to do. Now, I wonder if there's any other quotes in here that would work. They don't necessarily have to be St. Patrick's Day. A breath of fresh air is a wonderful thing to take in, and even more. Yeah, I don't want to circle though. But this one thing that's great about this book is it's bright. That would be good, but I don't really want it to say let's party. Oh, these will work. So let's grab Make Smart Goals. Just Start would work too. Boss Babes, Hustle Your Heart Out. Grab the Just Start because I might be able to make that one work. Oops, flying pages, people, flying pages. Every Moment Matters. It's another one that might work. I don't really want a square or a box. And then we have Good Vibes. Nothing. You gotta nourish to flourish. And then we're getting into more of this stuff, which is basically it's the same page, right? Just in a different spot in the book. And it drives me crazy with Hackman. I'm like, why don't you keep like stuff with like stuff? Why do we have to make it difficult? Okay, I'm gonna grab this one. It may end up going back in the book, but it also might end up here. It's not exactly perfect colors, but it might work. So now to decide, first off, let's de-stick this a tiny bit because holy cannoli. If I want to put this here or here, I think we're going to put it down here in the corner. Let's get it straight would be good. So very lucky, perfect. And then maybe we'll take this Every Moment Matters and plunk that right down here. And then we have these, Make Smart Goals and Just Start, which, I mean, I've already kind of started, but let's see here. Make Smart Goals, I could put that up here too. So let's put Make Smart Goals right there. And then we'll put the Just Start right here. Okay, so now I'm going to get my sticker squisher and flatten all of the clear stickers down. And make them mush right into the page so they look like they belong there. All right, do I want any more decoration? Oops, I boo-booed my, there we go. If I'm going to manage to get any more decoration on here, it's going to be like shamrock. So maybe we'll grab this. See if we can't get that up here maybe somehow. Actually, you know what, let's put it right here because there's a nice gap. It's a perfect place for it. Too bad I don't have any more shamrocks. But I've kind of used them all because I did what, my monthly, my currently, and now this with these. We have more gnomes, but I think we're good. So let's get these out of the way. And is there anything else I want to add to this before I take an image? It doesn't want to stay down. Oh, we need a month sticker. Definitely need a month sticker. So let's go have a look in here because my date stickers are in here. So we got March in that. Apparently I've already stolen the March in that one, but I do have these in paper as well. So let's flip over to that section, because I think the larger sticker is probably a better fit. And yeah, it's a little bit, what do you call it? I don't care super for the fact that there's like so many different types of fonts on here, but sometimes you just gotta let it go. March, 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 March. I really wish I had more shamrocks. I think if we put that there, we could probably find another shamrock and find that one there. I think I'll leave it like that. I'm gonna get another shamrock. I just have to find a place to get one. Okay, so we're done with Gold Star Quotes. We're done with my numbers book. We're done with my decor. We're gonna take a picture of this, and then I'm gonna come back and we're gonna fill it out. And we're gonna have a chat and actually do some planning as opposed to just decorating. So I'll be right back. Okay, and we're back. I was looking at it and I'm like, I kind of need some washi. So I've been playing around a little bit here. So I think because there's such a gap there and I didn't really think about that when I put it down, I probably should have brought it up and butted it right against the bottom of the box, but I didn't. So here we are. So what we're gonna do is just get some washi in here to help. And that's probably perfect right there. And then we can get some washi in somewhere on this side maybe. I'm not sure where. Maybe we'll put it like here. Yeah, that kind of works. All right, let's trim that off. Sometimes all you need is a little something something. Okay, now I should probably retake pictures of this, but I think it's okay. It's all right. All right, so my goals for this month will be very similar to what I've had in the past month, which is to continue getting 10,000 steps every day, at least. Most times I'm averaging 12 to 15. So, you know, but minimum of 10,000 steps. So we're going to write in minimum 10,000 steps daily. Okay. The next two are things that I will be adding in this month. One is sort of giving my brain some quiet time. I'm sure most of you can sympathize. We live in a world where we are completely inundated with everything. So focus is a very difficult thing. And it's funny because I've said to Di numerous times, her and I've had conversations about this. I honestly believe that this is why people in adulthood are saying, well, I'm ADHD. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe it is more that you have been programmed not to be able to focus because we have phones and computers and all this other stuff that just constantly zaps our attention, right? So focusing for any length of time is a little bit difficult. So I'm going to work on meditation in March. I think Di is as well, actually. So we're going to put in daily meditation. I'm going to run out of room. Practice. And then the third goal is I want to add strength training in. I've had like good movement. Now it's time to add something more. So when I first started walking, it was like around the block. And then when I realized I didn't die, I was good, we made it a little bit longer and we made it a little bit longer. So now when I go for my walks, it's half an hour-ish and it's about 2.5 kilometers. Whereas doing it around the block, I was like a kilometer, I think, right? So we're just gradually building on to things. So we're going to add strength training in. And 3 times a week. Okay, perfect. Now, the next thing is this section down here is tasks, like the micro stuff, in order to get us to more of the macro. So I was looking at this and I'm like, all right, so I'm going to continue to walk 2 to 3 times daily. So that's going to go on here. Continue walking 2 to 3 times daily. And continue to track and record the steps, because I need to get into a better habit of getting the information before my phone, my watch blips to the next day, which really means I need to get myself on a proper bedtime schedule, which is also on the list. Okay, so that's what I was thinking about for that, okay? And I think right now I'm good with the 2.5 kilometers. I'm not going to add anything more to it. Maybe in April we'll add some of it, because it averages, I'm just going to make a note of that, 2.5 kilometer walks. Okay, in parentheses. Okay, next we're going to talk about the daily meditation. So somewhere on YouTube, I swore I had a playlist. I can't find it, so I'm going to go and search for some of my favorites, and I'm going to create a playlist. Meditation playlist. Because some of the ones that I had been doing that I really liked were Sonata, and other ones were more like, you know, guided meditations. They're good, and it helps quiet my mind. I can't quiet my mind unless I'm listening to something else, and even then it's a struggle sometimes. So we're going to do that. And so that I also need to re-download the meditation app that I had on my phone, because I was using that before I went to bed. So down, I think it's called Headspace, but I can't remember. Re-download meditation app. Okay, and then I want to track the progress and journal about it. So I'm going to put meditation journal. Just so I can track how well it's going. Like in the beginning, I'm probably going to be journaling like, oh my God, it was so hard to focus. And then eventually with practice, you strengthen things, and I want to be able to have a record of that. So that's why I want to try and keep a journal. Next on the list is a proper bedtime routine. And I'm going to put bed 10 p.m. because I like to get up at 5:36, and when I go to bed at midnight, getting up at 5:36, it's like you don't get enough sleep, right? Now, that's it for sort of the daily meditation practice. The next thing is working into what I'm going to look at for tasks for the strength training. So currently, I have been doing some Zoom classes with my girlfriend a couple of times a week, like she does them Monday to Thursday. So I'm going to continue doing the Zoom classes. Oop. This pen frustrates me. I love them, but eventually the cases give up the ghost and they're a bit annoying. All right, so we're going to continue with Zoom classes. And the next thing is I need to sit down and allocate maybe an hour or so to build out a program for myself. Because, you know, I'm a personal trainer, but do I ever really think about, no, I do. So I'm going to sit down and actually create a program. Create strength training program. And then the final one that I'm going to put on here is we live really close to the rec center. Like it's probably a 3-minute drive. And they, like I have a full gym in my house with the exception, like I have a Smith rack and cable pulleys and all that, but there are some things that I don't have as machines or options in my house. So I was going to go up and buy a drop-in pass to pop up there when I want to do those particular exercises. So we're going to put that on the list, buy drop-in pass at the rec center. Okay, and that's all I've come up with sort of relative to these 3 goals. Now, in the tracking area, what I'm thinking about tracking here is bedtime. So we'll go 10 p.m. bedtime. Oh, I had been going to do something and I totally forgot about it and now I can't find it. It was right here. I had a green thing out. I don't think it was that one. Was it that one? I had pulled out some highlighters because I was like, oh, it'd be nice to add pops of color in here. So there's that one. I don't think this is right. No, that is terrible. But I do have a, all right, bear with me for a second here. Oh, there it is. That's the one. I'm pretty sure this is a good green. Yeah, that's the one. I'm like, oh my gosh. You know, it's my life. Okay, so, because I was going to do this, and this is going to smear, hopefully not. Yeah, it's smeared. But we're going to go like this on this line, and that on that line. I don't know if I have 4 habits to track, to be honest with you. I honestly don't know. And I've lost my pen. Should I put it in here? I put it in there. Ah, crap. All right, I have to now rebuild my pen. Hold on. Okay, sorry about that. I decided actually just to put it in a different case. So it's still the 0.2 or 3 or whatever it is. It's just in a different case. Because this one isn't as old or run down or whatever you want to call it. Okay, so the bedtime. And this is where I get kind of hung up sometimes. So I'm like, okay, well, I can track the strength training, but I like to be able to fill in all of the little circles. So I think we're going to do the meditation. And then we're going to do the 10,000 steps. And I don't know about a 4th one. I like to stick with 3. I don't like to overdo it with myself because that gets a little crazy, right? Now, I do need to do all of this section. I haven't done that yet. I forgot to do it before I decided to film today. But it's also the wrong time of day. If I'm going to jump on a scale, I like to jump on first thing in the morning after I've gotten up and gone pee and then poof, right? Because that's the consistent time is perfect. And then I'm not a big person for the scale. Just putting that out there. It's a tool in the toolbox, but it's not the be all end all tool. I much rather track where my inches are and where my body fat percentage is at, like, and at the end of the day, how I feel in my clothes. If my clothes start to get too big, then I know things are working. That's pretty much how it goes. But yeah, so I mean, the tool, like, you got the tools in the toolbox. I'm not a big person for the scale, and I usually weigh myself like once every 6 months. I'm terrible for it. That's how dependent I am on a weight scale. Now, I did track daily steps and like, so mileage, right? Calories burnt, I think my watch will tell me that, but I don't trust them. And here's why. Because as a trainer, I know how much energy is expended generally per activity level for so many minutes. And I honestly think the watch lies, and so does Google Fit. So I'm not sure where I'm at there, and I don't really, at the end of the day, I also don't really know that I even care about the calories. I don't. I'm not a calorie counter. It's just not my scene. I don't like calories. I don't like calorie counting. I don't like getting hung up in the minutia of that stuff. But exercise minutes, absolutely. And I would like to include these guys. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to highlight that and that, this, and this. And then I might figure out a different calorie or category and replace that. I'm not sure. Then my plan is down here, this will be sort of the review of how the month went. Like, I'll do a little bit of journaling down here, maybe in this spot and just sort of close it out that way. But that, in essence, is the direction I'm moving. And I hope you guys found this useful. And this is evolving as I go, because I do want to see about having like a tracker, like a step tracker, like you know, the grid thing. You know what I'm talking about? Oh my gosh, I can't even coherently speak today. Let's put it back on disc to see what it looks like, shall we? While we chit chat. But I do want to see about actually having something where I color in a dot every day for that instead. So I'm not sure what this will look like next month. It may evolve. But yeah, that's a wrap, you guys. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button on your way out, and I will see you next time. Ciao!